Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I've been realizing how much that applies and how this is a big lesson that I've learned and I think is useful not only for me but for this generation as a whole. A generation that we might call a microwave generation, where we want to get everything, we have access to things so quickly and haven't maybe developed to the verge of patience, understanding how it works through creativity, you know? Cell phones, we have access to information so quickly and we don't necessarily take the time to digest it, to search through it, to discern. Food, Amazon, you go online, you click, 2 clicks, you say, you pay, the card, you tap, send, and then 2 days later, if you have Prime maybe, you get the order. And instead, so quickly, instead you could go to the shop, drive, take your time. But everything comes so quickly, and it's understanding that there's like this fast pace that I feel like our mind, our body, isn't supposed to live in. Especially for me, as somebody who's a creative, who his goal is to live off his YouTube channel, his books, the things that I'm creating. Understanding that creative ideas, they don't come from fast-paced living, but actually taking the time to slow down, being in the present moment, just living right now, enjoying the moment, not projecting me later where, oh, this is what I want to accomplish. I need to keep pumping the videos, do this, do. It's living from a place of being instead of doing. And what happens is the mind aligns when you move out of the state of your nervous system where you're in fight and flight and you're only running around and you're having tunnel vision, and you move into the, I think it's from the parasympathetic to the sympathetic to the parasympathetic nervous system, where you actually have this place where you regenerate, where you're at rest, where you regenerate, where solutions come from your problems. But again, I remember even seeing a video of Michael Jackson saying where how who got his creative ideas, you know, from heaven, and how sometimes he'd have this desire to create this song with this bass line, and then he'd wait maybe a few days. He wouldn't necessarily go and jump and try to push it, to force it into play, to force it into action, but he'd wait, and after a few days, he'd receive like a revelation, the bass line, the melody, as if it came from heaven. Every good thing that you get, that you receive, is from heaven, is from within, it's from deeper wells inside of us. And this is why the form of living that I'm aiming for, even through creating my videos. And living out of rest is maybe one of the biggest lessons that I've been learning. I've realized sometimes doing things, sorry, doing things, rushing left, right, and even my roommate noticing sometimes I'd be rushing in left and right and not taking my time to prepare before going to the job, driving, delivering. I'd be rushing the last few minutes instead of taking my time to prepare myself. Instead of filling my schedules with all the things I want to do, reducing it and taking the time slowly and surely. Instead of saying, oh, look at the day I'm wasting not doing enough tasks. But no, it's taking the time to do it well. That's a lesson I learned, even learning how to play violin. When I was young, about 8, I learned how to play violin for I started maybe at 6, 7 years old. Playing violin for like 10 years, 5 years. And it took time to get good, to slowly to make a good sound. A lot of technique that you have to, the position of the fingers, of your elbow, of your wrist, of the bow, the angle, everything. And as you do the exercise slowly, you do one song at a time, one note at a time. If you want to be able to build to play a song, it starts with one note, knowing the notes, and then it's maybe a sequence of notes. Then it's the first line, second line, then you repeat the first line one again and again and again until you've registered. Your brain has registered it, and then second line, and then you go through half of the song, and then you keep repeating that sequence slowly but surely. You don't rush through it, because when you go slowly, that's when your brain registers the movements, what to do, what not to do, and it goes into the subconscious. It does it automatically then. And then after that, you do the whole song. And like I said, slow is smooth, and when you go smoothly, then you go fast. So ultimately, going slow is sometimes the best way to go faster. Whatever dream you have, building project that you have, everything that's been taken, that's still standing today, the buildings, cathedrals, monuments, they've been built one stone at a time, placed perfectly correctly to fit in exact position so that they would last. Things that you rush into, that you rush at doing, or it's when you're rushing, you don't have stability, you're not set on the ground. And the things that you do, they might not have the depth needed to last a long time. And it's really learning to take the time to build one stone at a time, to set things correctly. And as you take the time, slowly and smooth, then your body gets used to it. And then there's this compound effect, there's this momentum that you take. And it's also being careful of comparison, because comparison is a thief of joy. When you look at other people who have taken the time to slowly build that momentum, and you're like, I gotta go as fast as them. Sometimes that's not the answer. And it's realizing, even if you tell yourself, oh, look at I gotta hurry up to be financially free. You look at the state of the economy and stuff like that. Sometimes that can be a good indicator to get you started. But then, if you keep saying it at place of fear, fight, flight, your body, you're just hurting your body, your mind, and you're getting in the way of yourself, of this flow, this process of creation. And instead, it's being grateful for the small step. In my case, 70. I went to 71 subscribers. So, if you guys would please help like and subscribe to the video, that would be really helpful. But it's being grateful for every little thing, every little comment, positive. And yeah, this is a mindset of peace, of rest that God's been teaching me, so I could build things that actually last in its time and have value. So that's pretty much all for today. For those who needed to take a breather and slow down, because your body, your mind, your spirit function better out of this place of rest, where you're not chasing but you're at rest, trusting the process. Peace.